This is a demo of Scribe OCR, a free and open source interface for visualizing and editing OCR results. The purpose of this video is to quickly walk through the full process of taking a document scan with OCR data, proofreading it, and generating a final text-only PDF. We'll start by opening up scribeocr.com, clicking Import, and selecting both the image or PDF files that contain the scanned document, as well as the OCR data. Note that Scribe OCR does come with the Tesseract OCR engine built in, so you can simply upload an image or PDF file and generate new OCR data. However, for this example, we'll be proofreading existing OCR data, which is supported for both Tesseract HOCR and Abbey XML files. I found this Mark Twain book on archive.org that we'll use as an example. We'll want to download both the PDF, which contains the images of each page, as well as the abbey.gz archive, which contains the OCR data. So, having already downloaded that and decompressing the data, I'll jump back to Scribe OCR, click Import, and select both of those files. Once that loads, I'll skip ahead to the essay on the decay of the art of lying, since that's an entertaining example. As we flip through, you'll note that the text from the OCR data is printed on top of the words from the image. By lining up the original image and the OCR text as precisely as possible, it becomes much easier to spot the errors. Now, in this example, the alignment isn't bad, but it's also not great. You'll note that several words that are correctly identified in the data still don't overlay very well. Examples are, neighbors right here, and also uncommendable isn't lining up very well, and it looks like liar as well. How do we make sure that the overlay is the best it can be? First, we want to make sure that the correct default font is selected. We can check this by going to View and selecting the default font. In this case, we have serif text and serif is selected, so that's correct. However, if it was a sans font, we could also select the sans option. So I'll just change that back to serif. Next, we can enable font optimization by checking this button. The alignment immediately gets much better, especially for the words that we noted had poor alignment to begin with. For example, we'll see neighbors over here, liar, and uncommendable. These words all had very poor alignment at the beginning, and now they're lined up almost perfectly. To show the difference one more time, this is the document with font optimization off, and this is the document with font optimization on. Now that the text is aligned well, we can start proofreading. We can zoom in by selecting a higher max width, I'll say 2000. And now there's a couple different ways that we could proofread. The most thorough method would just be to read every single word and correct any errors. Now this would definitely be thorough, but it also would take a long time. So let's look at some ways that we can save time by just skimming the document and looking at specific words. First, the words the OCR engine flagged as low confidence are colored in red, while other words are colored green. You'll note that several of the red words we see here are indeed incorrect. So let's start by fixing those. This is lied. This should be I'm. Note that the apostrophe is automatically changed to a curly one. You can change this setting under Edit and Smart Quotes. Some punctuation is broken here. More punctuation here. For the sake of time, I'm just going to skip the punctuation from here on out, but you get the idea. In addition to looking at the low confidence words in red, the alignment of the overlay text itself provides useful feedback. For example, if we skim down the page, the word only immediately jumps out to me as having very bad overlay. The O is definitely miscapitalized, so I'll fix that. Additionally, it looks like there's a missing word here, the I. We can add this just by going to Edit, Add Word, and adding a new bounding box where the new word should be. This didn't quite line up where it should be, so we'll just say edit left-right bounds and edit that like so. So I think we got all the errors on this page, at least as far as letters go. So let's go through some of the other pages that we skipped earlier. The process is exactly the same as what we just did, but I'm going to move a little bit faster and just try to skim through this. This text looks pretty good. I'll fix the punctuation there. Looks like the apostrophe here is broken. I think that's it for that page. So to keep this video short, I'm just going to fast forward through the remaining 2 pages. And we're done. We were able to proofread OCR just by skimming the pages. And aside from the punctuation we skipped, I think we got most, if not all, of the errors. Now that this document has been proofread and the errors have been corrected, we're ready to export a final PDF. Now I'll zoom back out. Now we have 2 choices for the final PDF that we can preview by changing the display mode. First is OCR mode. This mode includes a picture of the original document on each page, and it prints the OCR text above that invisibly. This is the behavior you're likely used to from other programs, such as Adobe Acrobat. This type of output can be beneficial as you don't lose any of the detail from the original scan, even if the OCR data isn't perfect. However, it also leaves in any imperfections present in the original image, and it creates large file sizes, as a 300-page document includes 300 pictures. Alternatively, by switching to ebook mode, only the text is printed, with no images. As you can see, ebook mode provides a faithful representation of the original scan. I'll go back. This is OCR mode, and this is ebook mode. OCR mode, ebook mode. Additionally, the appearance is cleaner, and the document will be under 1/10 of the size it would be if we downloaded in OCR mode. For this example, I'll pick ebook mode. We'll hop over to the Download tab and set any final settings. In this case, I want to standardize the page size. I also only want to export the pages from this one essay, so I will subset the page range. 366 to 373. And as one last thing, you may have noticed that the text jumps around a little bit from page to page. So just to standardize that left margin, we can go to Layout and select Auto Standardize Left Margin. So that just makes sure that everything stays around the same place. Hopping back to Download, I'll just click Download. And just like that, we now have a PDF version of this essay that has all the corrections we made, and it also looks like it was transcribed manually rather than simply run through an automated OCR program. That's it for the demo. Once again, this is a free and open source program that can be found at scribeocr.com. If you have any additional questions or would like to see the source code, that can all be found linked in the About tab. Thanks for watching.